Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Monday, April 20th, 2026. And I am blessed and grateful this morning because I received that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call. And I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny, warm Tampa, Florida. And you also woke up this morning receiving that precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call. And you got to see another day here on earth. Tomorrow is a precious gift to receive because not everybody that went to sleep last night woke up after receiving God's wake-up call. So I, for one, am most definitely blessed, and I'm grateful to the good Lord for allowing me to see another day here on earth. God is good. God is great, always and always. And I'm blessed to have Jesus Christ in my life. Jesus is in my heart, and I love Jesus Christ. He is my Savior, my Redeemer, and my Advocate. I love Jesus Christ and I love the Lord. God is good. God is great, always and always. I had just a fantastic day yesterday. I completed the second quest, earning me an additional $258 on top of already excellent pay, and on top of that other quest I completed. Monday through Thursday, I completed 80 trips for an extra $357, I believe. And then this quest was $258. So I made fantastic money this week with my Uber Eats business here in Tampa, Florida. Wonderful weather, warm, sunny, a light breeze, just fantastic weather. And I had a delicious breakfast at McDonald's. But the best news of all is some hope I received from an Uber Eats technician. I've placed several calls since last week on Friday. So it's been a week and 7 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I've now had this package a week and 3 days. I've had this package 10 days in my car with relatively no hope of getting it back to the person that it belongs to or who it was sent to, who it was sent from. I couldn't get any of that information out of Uber Eats technicians. But yesterday, they escalated the call to what I believe is the right department a couple days ago. Well, yesterday, someone from Uber Eats in that department reached out to me and asked me if I still had the package. I said, yes, I still have the package. And I want to get it out of my car and sent on to where it belongs. You know, I want to get this issue resolved. Well, that person, the technician, texted me back. He said, I'm working on getting the address of where it was sent from and the address, the apartment number to where it goes. And I'm doing my best to get this resolved for you, Charles. And he thanked me for holding on to the package. I said, well, I didn't text him back, but I'm thinking to myself, what else am I to do? I'm not going to throw it out. I considered leaving it at a sheriff's office, you know, dropping it off at a police station or somewhere and explaining to him my situation. And I still may end up having to do that. If this guy in this department can't help me with an address or what to do with the package, and he doesn't give me an address, I would even mail it somewhere. I'd mail it to an Uber Eats Green Hub location. Take it there. I'll take it there. I'll do whatever they want me to do within reason to get this package out of my car. But ideally, I would like to have the address, the apartment number of the person that this belongs to, and I'll get it to him. But anyways, I do have some hope to have this issue resolved soon. This guy has given me, he seems to know what he's doing. The other people I've texted with and talked with at Uber Eats don't seem to know what they're doing or had no clue how to resolve this. But this guy seems to know what he's doing, so hopefully this will get resolved in the next few days, within the next week at least. The time right now is 4:56 a.m. this Monday morning, April 20th, 2026. And according to that website, weather-atlas.com, the sun will rise today at 6:59 a.m. in Tampa. So that's 2 hours and 3 minutes from now. And the sun will set later on this evening in Tampa at 7:57 p.m. So today, Tampa will enjoy over 12 hours and 58 minutes of daylight. And as usual, I'm sitting outside here in my car at my normal spot at the pump at the Circle K. And I've been inside already, and I've got 2 cups of free ice out of there for my drink this morning. See that free ice? And this morning I grabbed this tea and lemonade flavor of the Monster Rehab Revive, Refresh, Recover. I've got 1 more of these tea and lemonades in the camper, so if I don't buy another can after tomorrow, I won't have anything to drink. I won't have anything to drink Wednesday morning, so I need to buy some more, replenish my stock, buy a few more cans anyway of this Monster Rehab tea and lemonade. And this can has the date of A2627, and A is the first letter of the alphabet naturally. So this can was made January 27 of this year. So this can is, you got 4 days left in January, then you've got the months of February and March. So this can is 2 months, 4 days, and 20 days. So this can is 24 days and 2 months old. Or another way you could look at it is in 7 days, it'll be 3 months old. So it's a very fresh can of this tea and lemonade. I'm gonna go ahead and get it cracked open here and get it mostly poured out. I've got 2 cups this morning. I should be able to get most of it poured out. I didn't fill up the cups very high with ice, so likely, yep, it all went out good. Let's see if this is any good ice cold. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I almost forgot another good thing that happened for me. Yes, 2 more good things that happened for me yesterday. I found out they're doing another quest this week with Uber Eats. I signed up for another 80 trip quest that needs to be completed by the end of my day on Thursday. So I've got today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to complete those 80 trips. I don't recall exactly what the dollar amount was. I don't think it was the same as it was last week. I don't think it was $357. I think it's a different amount, but I'm going to complete it regardless. I would be doing that anyway. I'd be completing around 80 trips anyway by the end of my day on Thursday. So it's basically free money. And the second good thing that happened for me yesterday is I had another person respond to my survey to let me know how I did. So all my numbers have continued to move upward, those 5 metrics. And I've seen movement every day, at least in one of those metrics. But yesterday, like I said, 1 person responded to my survey and they were quite pleased with my service. My deliver with care metric went up 1 to 749. My friendly score went up 1 to 665. It was 664. My quick and efficient score went up 1 to 650. Good communication went up 1 to 647, and my area of opportunity is still perfect handoff. That went up 1 to 624. So I had 5 upvotes yesterday from that customer. Very pleased with my service, and that makes me happy. Because if I can, as long as I can keep serving my customers well and making them happy, and having repeat customers, and in turn getting great tips from them, I can continue making a great living here in Tampa, Florida, paying my rent, my car insurance, gas, upkeep on my car, saving up for my next car that I'll need to buy next year, and I'm also able to set money aside for my future retirement because I've got a fantastic Uber Eats business building here in Tampa, Florida, where God has put me in this time and place. I am very grateful to the good Lord for putting me here in Tampa, Florida, where I can make a fantastic living with Uber Eats. God has blessed me beyond compare. I love the Lord and I love Jesus Christ. I also checked out AAA and Gas Buddy to find out what gas prices are looking like in the United States and Florida, and so I could compare them to the gas prices at this Circle K. And with gas prices being down another 7 cents this morning, it's down to $3.87 a gallon at this Circle K, which is great because that's only about $1.10 higher than it was when I moved here, and it was upwards of almost $2, $1.70, $1.80 higher than it was when I moved here. So great trends with gas at this Circle K. And according to AAA and Gas Buddy, gas prices are dropping both in Florida and the United States. Gas is down another 2 cents cheaper in the state of Florida. The average price is down to $3.97 now. It was $3.99 yesterday, and Saturday morning it was at $4.07. So it's down over 10 cents just in 2 days here in the state of Florida. And the average price of gas in the United States has remained the same. It's still $4.04, but it's 3 cents cheaper than it was Saturday morning. So overall, great trends with gas in the United States and Florida. This Circle K is cheaper than the Florida state average by over 10 cents, and it's cheaper than the national average by 17 cents. I also checked out what weather I can expect here in Tampa, Florida from those YouTube pages I go to. I go to 3 different YouTubes now for my weather, and I also rely on what weather-atlas.com has to say about the weather. And this is what weather-atlas.com had to say for Tampa's weather today, Monday the 20th of April. It said sunlight and clouds will take turns dominating the sky. Temperature is forecasted to swing from a high of a moderately hot 84 degrees and the low a mild 59. Precipitation probability is only 3%, so very unlikely to see any rain today, and it's going to be another nice warm day according to weatheratlas.com. Winds will be out of the northeast at 14 miles an hour, so it's going to be a bit more windy today than what I've seen in the last several days. Humidity is at 50%. And then that YouTube page 10 Tampa Bay News had a video uploaded from Saturday, April 18th. And this is what they had. Meteorologist Colleen Campbell on there. Colleen Campbell had a segment about sunscreen. She said she emphasized the need for sunscreen to protect us from the blazing sun, and she also mentioned the importance of staying hydrated with these hot Tampa weather we're experiencing. She went on to say over the weekend, only eastern Polk County saw any rain at all. That's a county here in Tampa Bay. She went on to say that Monday will be much more gusty and drier than typical weather we've seen here in Tampa, Florida. It's going to be much more gusty and dry in Tampa today. This is going to bring much more risk of wildfires breaking out. Wildfire risk is elevated this week, according to Colleen Campbell. She went on to say that along with gustier winds and lower humidity, the risk of wildfires breaking out is much higher in most parts of Tampa Bay and in general in Florida. She said that we're going to see a high of 84 degrees and a low of 67 with partly sunny skies over Tampa Bay. Then I went into the YouTube page Fox 13 Tampa Bay. This video was uploaded yesterday, April 19th at 11 a.m. yesterday. Fox 13 meteorologist Valerie Mills was on there. She says that more cloud cover is anticipated with the cold front that's moving through Monday. This front will increase the danger of wildfires with higher winds and drier air. That's not typical of cold fronts. Usually you have some rain with cold fronts, but this cold front is unusual, according to Valerie Mills. Valerie went on to say that the next 2 days will seem more typical seasonable high temperatures with wind gusts upwards of 30 miles an hour along the coastline. Most of the rain from this front will fall in the panhandle of Florida, and there's a greater opportunity for spotty showers in this very southern tip of Florida and into the Everglades. So Tampa Bay is not going to see any rain from this cold front, according to meteorologist Valerie Mills. She also mentioned that several Florida counties have mandatory burn bans on now. You're not allowed to burn any trash, or for any other purposes. You're not supposed to burn anything in your yard for most counties here in Tampa Bay. Then I went into the YouTube page WFLA News Channel 8. They had Max Defender meteorologist Juliana Mejia on this video. She said this weekend is going to be much more noticeably muggy, with dew points being up in the upper 60s. But the high temperature Sunday will be close to seasonable temperatures, temperatures that we can expect to see in Tampa towards between the middle and the end of April. Meteorologist Juliana Mejia went on to say that this cold front that's passing through will not bring much relief and any at all for the severe drought, exceptional drought that Tampa Bay is experiencing. Most parts of Tampa Bay is either experiencing an extreme or severe drought, exceptional drought. She said that Tampa Bay, it has a 20% chance of spotty showers, mostly in the southern and eastern portions of Tampa Bay. And winds will be gusting upwards of 15 to 20 miles an hour of sustained winds, and potentially upwards of 30 miles an hour of wind gusts over Tampa Bay at times. We're going to see a high of 84 degrees and a low of 60 overnight going into Tuesday morning, according to Max Defender meteorologist Juliana Mejia. I wrote down all the deliveries I completed yesterday for Sunday, April 19, 2026. I did 20 I had 20 customers. That's what I needed to reach my goal. With this recent quest, I needed 60 customers, and those 20 customers got me to that. So I could have taken more. It was fairly early on in the day, and when I got those customers, and I could have taken more trips, but I just decided I had enough, and I wanted to head back to the camper and relax. So that's what I did. I started out the day with trip number 1, picking up a Panera Bread order from Panera Bread on Bruce B. Downs for Melissa. Melissa was very generous and kind and tipped me $11.75, and I earned a fare of $2. Thank you so much, Melissa, for the very generous big tip, nearly $12. I really appreciate that, Melissa. I made $13.75 for delivering Panera Bread to Melissa's house. After that, I went on trip number 2, a place called The Best Breakfast Company. Never been there before. I thought it was a restaurant all on its own. I assumed it was. I assume that of all restaurants I go to, but when I get there, I found out that it's a ghost kitchen operating out of 3 Coins Diner on North Nebraska. I didn't know 3 Coins Diner had a ghost kitchen operating out of it, but I know that now. TJ wanted The Best Breakfast Company from North Nebraska. He was very generous and tipped me $10, and I earned a fare of $2. So I made $12 for delivering that Best Breakfast Company order to TJ's place. Thank you so much, TJ, for the very generous $10 tip. I appreciate that of you. Should be able to get all that in that cup now. There we go. Throwing that cup away. After dropping off TJ's order, I went on trip number 3 was for Gemma. Gemma wanted Kiki breakfast on Bruce B. Downs. Gemma was generous and tipped me $5.80, and I earned a fare of $2.52. So I made $8.32 for delivering Kiki breakfast from Bruce B. Downs to Gemma's house. Thank you so much, Gemma, for the $5.80 tip. I really appreciate you. Appreciate you, Gemma, TJ, and Melissa very much for the business and the tips. After dropping off Gemma's Kiki breakfast order, I went on trip number 4. Sneed wanted donuts and coffee from the Dunkin' Donuts on Hillsboro. Sneed was generous and he tipped me $3.03, and I made a fare of $2. So I made $5.03 for delivering Dunkin' Donuts to Sneed's house. Thank you for the generous tip, Sneed. I really appreciate you, and I appreciate your business. After that order, I went on trip number 5 for Reagan. Reagan was generous and tipped me $7, and I earned a fare of $2 for delivering So Fresh from North Franklin Street. So I was scheduled to make $9 for delivering that order to Reagan, but an hour later, when the tip got closed out, well, I didn't know until the end of my day. I didn't realize this till the end of my day, but Reagan increased my tip $3 more. So Reagan actually tipped me $10 for delivering that food. Thank you so much for that additional $3. I'm not sure what I did to deserve the extra tip, but $10 was overly generous and kind of a tip from you, Reagan. I really appreciate that. I made $12 for delivering that So Fresh order to you. Really appreciate you, Reagan. After that, I went on a double. Number 6 was a double for Josh and Sarah. Josh and Sarah wanted Taco Bell from West Kennedy Boulevard. Josh and Sarah tipped me $2.52, and I earned a fare of $6.58. So I made $9.10 for delivering Taco Bell to Josh and Sarah. Thank you for the business and the tip. I appreciate the both of you very much. And you both helped me get to my goal of 60 trips with this recent quest I was on. So I appreciate that of you too. After dropping off Taco Bell to Sarah's work, I went on to trip number 7. Looks like it might have been, yeah, this was a double, another double. Jasmine wanted Retro House Coffee Bar on East Henderson, Retro House Coffee Bar and Asian Bistro on East Henderson, and Ryan wanted Sesame on South Oregon. Ryan and Jasmine were very generous and tipped me $8.21, and I earned a fare of $3.50. So I made $11.71 for delivering Ryan and Jasmine's order. Thank you so much for the generous $8.21 tip, Ryan and Jasmine. I appreciate the both of you very much. Then I went on, I had two, this is unusual. I had two, this is another double. 8 was a double, but it was two courier savers. I don't recall ever doing 2 courier savers as a double before, but that's what happened here. Celeste and Bonnie both had courier savers. I earned $25.34 for those courier savers, and I earned, part of that was a tip, $3.66. One of them tipped me $3.66. I'm not sure who, but I appreciate that tip and the fare I earned from you. I earned a fare of $19.68. Altogether, I made $25.34. Thank you so much for the tips and the fare, Celeste and Bonnie. I appreciate the both of you very much. After that, I went on trip number 9, was a single for Hanley. Hanley had a Subway order to be picked up from Gulf to Bay Boulevard. Hanley's fare was $3.07, and I earned a tip of $1, so I made $4.07 for delivering Hanley's Subway order. Thank you for the business and the tip, Hanley. I really appreciate you. After that, I went on trip number 10 for Tony. Tony wanted Culver's from Gulf to Bay Boulevard. Tony was generous and tipped me $5.47, and his fare was $2.60. So I made $8.07 for delivering Culver's to Tony's place. I really appreciate you, Tony, for the generous $5.47 tip. That was kind and generous and thoughtful of you. After that, I went on trip number 11. There's a lot here, but it looks like it's just a single. This place is called Curry's Authentic Indian Cuisine on Clearwater and Tampa Bay. That's the name of the place. The name of the place is Curry's Authentic Indian Cuisine, Clearwater and Tampa Bay, and it's located on Highway 19 North. Lucy tipped me $1 and I earned a fare of $3 and a penny. So I made $4 and a penny for delivering that Curry's Authentic Indian Cuisine to Lucy's house. Thank you for the business and the tip, Lucy. I appreciate you. And then trip number 12 was a double for Melinda and Katina. Melinda and Katina, they tipped me $7.51 and I earned a fare of $4.33 for picking up Chipotle Mexican Grill on Tampa Road. So I was scheduled to make $11.84, but one of them, I'm not sure who, Melinda or Katina, increased my tip $4 more. So I actually made $15.84. Whoever did that, I appreciate that. And I appreciate the tip in general, Melinda and Katina. You were very kind and generous. After that, I went on trip number 13. Was a double. I went right back to that Curry's Authentic Indian Cuisine for Lummy, and the second half of that was for Noah. Noah wanted Wendy's on Highway 19. Noah and Lummy, they tipped me $4.52 and I earned a fare of $7.67. So I made $12.19 for delivering Noah's Wendy's order and Lummy's Curry's Authentic Indian Cuisine. Thank you so much for your business and the tips, Noah and Lummy. I really appreciate the both of you very much. After that, I went right back to Wendy's for trip number 14, but this was a different Wendy's. This Wendy's was on Missouri Avenue for Jane. Jane tipped me $2 and I earned a fare of $4.65, so I made $6.65 for delivering Jane's Wendy's order. Thank you for the tip and the business, Jane. I appreciate you. And I appreciate the tip of $2. After that, I went on trip number 15. I wrote down Jane, but I know that's not her name. Her name was very unusual, so I just changed it a little bit, and it just happened to be a name that was similar to Jane, so this was a different Jane. Number 15 was my last trip of the day. It was a pickup at a place called Manny Gourmet Cookies. This is another ghost kitchen, but they didn't refer to it in their notes as a ghost kitchen. They called it a virtual restaurant. So I guess that's a more formal way and a more appropriate way to refer to ghost kitchens. So I might start calling ghost kitchens virtual restaurants. But in any event, this is a virtual restaurant. Manny's Gourmet Kitchens is a virtual restaurant that operates out of Seminole Subs on South Missouri Avenue. Jane was generous and tipped me $6 for picking up that cookie order, and I earned a fare of $2. So I made $8 for picking up that from that virtual restaurant called Manny's Gourmet Cookies. I appreciate your business, Jane, and your tip I earned from you. And you helped me get to my goal of 60 trips this week, so I appreciate that from you too. I appreciate all the customers and tips I earned yesterday from all my customers. I appreciate everybody that I served yesterday. Well, I don't have much planned today. I don't have any errands to run. I just hope to enjoy another wonderful breakfast at McDonald's this morning and have a great start to this new quest I'm on. I hope to get in 20 trips. I hope to get in 20 trips today, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and I'll earn an extra bonus on top of my already fantastic earnings that I'll make with my deliveries today in Tampa. And then this evening, I'm going to head back to the camper and rest and have another fantastic sleep at the camper where I sleep at night here in Tampa. God bless you all. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend like I did. And I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Have a great week. God bless you all.